Hey love bugs! Welcome or welcome back to another video. My name is Lenny. In today's video we're going to be painting my nails and talking about habits that I'm doing to change my life. It's going to be a little bit more of a vulnerable video. I'm not used to being vulnerable. Sit back, relax, grab a sweet treat, and let's get on with the video. The nails that I'm doing, I kept changing it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So we're just gonna do polka dots, but we're gonna do them in brown and green. So in case you guys wanted to know. I always feel like a beauty guru when I'm doing that. This is Essie in the color Express to Impress 310. I don't really know what I want to say in this video. I keep going like with a script in my head, but I'm also trying not to have a script. And that will bring me into like my first habit that I've been trying to do is trying not to force things. I'm such a person that needs to plan out everything. I need to have a plan for things or I freak out if things don't go according to plan. I like hate it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. But if I had no plans in the first place and if I wasn't forcing everything and trying to control everything, then I wouldn't feel that way. So I've been trying to let go of forcing things and I've been just trying to let things be, let things flow. And that is so hard. And I've been planning everything my whole entire life. When I plan things, they don't even go according to plan anyway. So it always just brings disappointment instead of like anything I actually wanted to. So I don't even know if it's worth it to plan things. But I've been just trying to let things be. I've been trying to not force anything. I've been just trying to just live life. Live life, free there. Somehow we're gonna get there. Right now I'm just filing my nails. This is actually really hard to multitask. I thought I could do it. I thought like, yeah. Oh, and I'm moving the table a lot. I'm like, yeah, I could totally multitask. Like I could totally do this at the same time. No, apparently I cannot. I can only focus on one thing at a time. Also, I really hope I'm not like hunched over because every time I do nails, I'm like this, like trying to like see what I'm doing. I need a magnifying glass or something because I need to get closer. I need to get all up in there. But the idea for this video was to have a little bit of a self-care day, but also being real. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Not like the app, but just saying how I've been feeling. I have been really in my head for the past couple weeks. Ever since I finished school, I've been really doubting myself and my ability of things that I should be doing. And it's because everybody keeps telling me what I should do. Like my parents keep telling me I need to go take the test and I need to go figure out my life right now. In this moment, I should know what I want to do. Then they just compare me to every one of my friends. They already know what they're doing. Why don't you know what you're doing? Because I don't want to do it. If I actually wanted to do it, I'd make an effort, but I don't. And you would think that would click in their head, but it hasn't. So I'm like, okay, obviously we're on the wrong page here. I have been in my head on everything. The biggest one is, like I said in my first video, if you haven't watched it, you should. It's like 3 minutes and it's pretty much everything I'm probably gonna say in this video. A little bit more in depth of that. I can't imagine doing that for the rest of my life. I would 100% be miserable. I love creating videos and I love talking to a camera, weirdly enough. It's fun. I actually feel like I can express myself. I'm doing too many things at once. Genuinely. Sorry y'all. I really gotta get this done. Back to the not forcing things. One thing that I know that I do a lot is I tend to focus on the outcome or the end goal, which is not good for me. I know I shouldn't be doing it. Sorry, I literally just got blinded by this light. I got a new light. I wasn't expecting it to be this bright. I want to finish filing real quick because y'all probably don't want to hear the scratching of my nails. I'm not even going for a specific shape on my nails. I'm literally just filing them. Okay, now that I'm painting, I could talk again. It was too much for me to do all at once. I actually didn't prep my nails at all. I don't care. I don't care. I don't really want these to last that long anyways. My nails have gotten so long. Okay, back to the point. Oh my god, this was a bad idea, actually. I thought this was gonna be a great idea. I thought I was gonna be like, yup, like I'm gonna be talking so many facts. I'm being real. Oh my god, nail polish. Anyways. Yeah, are these crumbs on my table? That's so embarrassing. I am so sorry, y'all. That was so embarrassing. Okay, I don't care. Whatever. Moving on. So along with not trying to force anything, I realized that I focus a lot on the end goal of things that I want to do and the outcome and not the actual progress or the journey. And that really minimizes all the progress I've made by focusing purely on the outcome of what I'm trying to achieve. And that goes for anything. There's not not even like a specific thing, and that's why I don't want to force anything. My nails are drying. Hair coat, done. Base coat, whatever. God, why can't I remember what I was gonna say? Oh, I focus a lot on the end goal or the outcome instead of the actual progress of getting there. And so I really minimize my whole entire progress and everything I've done up until that point because I haven't gotten my end goal. And that goes to anything. That doesn't just go to a specific thing in mind, but that just goes along with like the forcing things. I've been trying to like live in the moment. And when you're constantly trying to tell yourself live in the moment, that's not really living in the moment. You are truly just trying to convince yourself that you're living. With the not forcing thing, it's hard to draw that line. What is something I'm forcing myself to do and what's something that I should just do it? Because I lack so much self-discipline. It's insane. That's like number one thing I've been trying to work on, is getting myself to do things that I don't want to do. I am constantly burned out. I'm constantly unmotivated. It's so hard for me to get out of bed, period. For the past 3 weeks, I've been consistently working out, which never in my life have I been a person that works out. I would always work out here and there since I was like 13. Luckily, I was not on the Chloe Ting workouts. I was just kind of doing my own thing, but I was always not consistent. It was always just whenever I felt like it, which was here and there. It wasn't a scheduled thing. So for the past, I want to say month and a half, I've been really working out, and I'm shocked that I've been doing it regardless of how I feel. I've been doing it for 5 days a week. So I went from nothing 5 days a week, 0 to 5. Crazy work. Okay, first coat is done, by the way. I want to do one hand green and one hand brown. I don't know which. I think I'm gonna do left hand green. Okay, now that I decided that. It's gonna give chocolate chip ice cream. Not that what I meant to go for, but I don't care. Cute, whatever. So I've always struggled with working out consistently. I've never been someone that worked out because I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. And it always seemed like everyone around me loved it so much. They couldn't go a day without it. They loved it. They showed up every day. And that was what was hard for the past couple years, is because I've never felt that way. I've never felt like I wanted to work out. I've never felt like it was something that I needed to do. I was always like, I don't need to do that. Like, I'm fine. And that's not the correct mindset. And I also let other people label me as lazy. I let other people tell me my identity. And then I just started to believe them. That I was like, yeah, I'm lazy. Like, why would I do that? Why would I work out if everyone sees me as lazy and I see myself as lazy? So why would I go work out? They're right. No! I needed to go prove those people wrong, because how dare they label me as something I'm not, and let them change my mind. Don't let other people label you. Just don't. It's not fun. It's not worth it. If you want to change your life, you are going to be the only person to do that. Nobody else is going to help you. You have to decide for yourself that you don't want to be labeled that anymore. And that's, again, another thing that I'm trying to tell myself is, this is weird because I keep looking down and I shouldn't. Got first coat on this hand. Okay, before I go into the second coat, I need to talk. I feel like I'm saying so much but nothing at the same time. Growing up, people made me feel lazy because that was the title that they put on me. So I started to believe them. I started to believe this story other people were telling me. So I started creating this story for myself that I was lazy, that I was never going to be someone that worked out. I was never going to be that healthy, active person. I was never going to be able to run a mile, because that was embedded into me when I was 12 years old by my PE teacher, who called me fat in front of the whole entire class. Little trauma dump there. Sorry about that. Should have warned. Or my parents, or people I knew, my friends. Everybody seemed to have this idea of me, and I was like, well, if they know me so well, they must be right. When my mindset should have been, let me prove them wrong. And so recently, I have realized that I have been telling myself this story my whole entire life, that I'm lazy, I don't work out, I don't need to work out, I'm never gonna be the person that works out. And I kind of sat here and really dove into that, because why am I saying this to myself? Why am I believing these limiting beliefs I have? What caused this? And I realized it was because of other people, not because of myself, because I know that I could be that person that runs a marathon. I could, not that I'm going to, but I could be that person that works out every day. I could be that disciplined person. I can learn discipline. You have to start somewhere. And once I kind of clicked that in my head and tried to get rid of those beliefs, it just dissolved. And it was so much easier for me to get up. It was so much easier for me to get up and work out, because that has always been my number one struggle, is working out. Always has been. And I always got so angry when I would watch these fitness influencers or content creators or YouTubers, and the first thing that they say is, if you're not working out every day, you just don't want it enough. Shut up. Genuinely, stop talking. Because that is not true. I wanted it so much, but I couldn't get over my brain. I couldn't get over the mindset that has been told to me my whole entire life. So I did really want it, but I was going after the wrong thing. I was having this big goal, and that's why I always kept getting burnt out, because I had this big goal that I was like, I need to work out 6 times a week and work out for 2 hours a day, or I need to run a mile every day plus lifting weights. Whatever my goal was, oh, I want to do calisthenics, I want to do this, I want to do it. I had so many things in my head that I was like, yeah, that's the goal, that's the outcome, this is what I want. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. That's why I burnt myself out. It wasn't because I didn't want it enough. It was because the systems I had in place were not good systems. The strategy that I was trying to get there wasn't working for me. I was too focused on the goal. I was too focused on the outcome that the strategy, what I was supposed to do, the little habits every day that I was supposed to do to get to that goal, I was trying to jump as soon as I could. I think that's such an issue for everybody. We want that summer body now. We want a quick fix, a temporary fix to get what we want right now. We don't want to work for it. We just simply want it. Like, I just want that. I don't want to work for it. I just want it. And that's a mindset you have to get rid of. It's not how that works. You have to work for it. You have to start little by little. You have to start with day one. You don't want to start at day one, but you have to start at day one. I'll do another coat. And something that I had to tell myself was, would I rather have 6 months of progress or 6 months of being exactly the same? Or a year from now, a year of progress or a year of being the same? And once that kind of clicked in my head, I was like, no, like I can't spend another 6 months, year, or my life living like this. I realized I just kept making excuses. I kept on saying reasons why I shouldn't be doing that, why I shouldn't work out, why I shouldn't get out of bed. And that's all that they were. They were excuses. I needed to get up. I needed to push myself. I needed that little bit of motivation. And it's something else was hard was, again, seeing these influencers, seeing these content creators who got up so effortlessly and seemed to love the gym and loved lifting and loved running and loved doing all these things. It was inaccurate. That's all it was. It was inaccurate. These people, maybe sometimes they love it, but they don't show that the days that they don't feel like it. They don't show the days that they're missing. I promise you, what they're doing is for content. Okay, second coat done. You don't want to watch a fitness influencer not feel like going to the gym. You don't want to watch a fitness influencer not really try on their workout or reps or whatever. You don't want to watch that because that hits a little too close to home. Why would you want to watch that? You want to watch the motivation of them. Something that I needed to tell myself was stop comparing myself to these people, these fitness influencers that this is their life, this is their career, this is what they do, and not every day feels like that. Of course they're not going to show the bad days. Of course they're not going to show the days that they don't show up. Of course they're not going to show the days that they don't want to try. Why would they? Because that's not entertaining. That's not what people are there for. They're not being vulnerable in that way because that goes against their content. So when I was constantly comparing myself up, why am I not showing up to these workouts like these people? How could they do it so effortlessly while I'm fighting every demon inside of me to get my butt up from bed? Like, I don't understand. But it's because that's the difference. They're not showing those days. They are not showing those days, those hard days. They're not showing them. It's not like that every day. Or consistently, they're only showing their ups. They have downs. They're just not showing it. So once I got that out of my head, that it's not meant to be perfect, it is progress. It's getting better every day. When you set a goal, you're like, I want to lift my weight. That's a great goal. But then if you're like, by the end of the summer, you're limiting yourself. You're not letting yourself grow. You're not allowing yourself to grow because what you're focusing on isn't your progress of getting there. You're focused on the outcome. By the summer and you're not lifting your weight or double your weight or whatever it was, you're gonna feel disappointment. You didn't let yourself win. You didn't allow any wins for yourself. So what do you want to do? You want to give up. You don't want to do it because if you didn't do it, who says you're gonna do it later? Maybe you started at 5 pounds and now you're at 50 and you didn't even notice that because you're too focused on you didn't reach your goal. You didn't reach your dream weight. But if you set a goal instead that it's, I just want to lift more every week, that's a more manageable goal. You can do that and then you'll actually not focus on the outcome. You are focusing on the progress of getting there. And that makes so much of a bigger impact because you're letting yourself win, which is giving you motivation, which is going to get you out of that rut. It's going to get you out of your bed bed and to keep doing it because you're noticing progress instead of focusing on how much more you have to get there. You're not thinking in lack, you're thinking in gain. Everyone and their mothers have read Atomic Habits. If you haven't, I do recommend that book. I love a good self-help book. There's a lot of good points in that book. And I think that is something that he mentions, is that little goal thing, not focusing on the outcome. He talks about changing your identity and making it simple. So if your goal is to work out, instead of having your shoes thrown in the back of your closet or collecting dust in the shoe rack, or you haven't even seen your workout clothes in months or years and they're in the back of a drawer, of course you're not gonna work out. Out of sight, out of mind. You're not gonna do it because there's nothing making you do it. But if the night before that you wanna start, you're like, I need to work out, like I need to start, and you set aside those clothes, you got fresh, clean workout clothes, and those shoes are no longer dusty, and you set them out on the end of your bed or on your side table or next to you or whatever. You set the attention that when you wake up, you're gonna go on a run or you are going to go to the gym, whatever it is. And another thing is creating excuses for those things. You're always gonna create an excuse. To this so often, it was so bad that I was like, I can't work out because I don't have a gym membership. I don't have money to afford a gym membership. Guess what that is? An excuse. Running is free. So if your excuse is you don't have money for the gym, or you don't have a car to drive to the gym, or whatever it is, running is free. And if that is unsafe, there's free YouTube videos, workout videos, 10 minutes of your day. If you could just say 10 minutes of my day, I need to do this full body workout or this ab workout, whatever, 10 minutes. And then when you say it like that, it doesn't seem that bad. You have 24 hours in a day and only 10 minutes of it you're working out. Set aside 10. And Atomic Habits, he also talks about starting it because sometimes it's hard to get the momentum of things. You want to go on a run, you don't feel like it. You're unmotivated, you don't want to do it. So you have to say, I'm not going to go on a run, but I'm going to put my socks on. I'm not going to run, but I'm going to put on my workout clothes. I'm not going to run, but I'm going to fill my water bottle. I'm not going to run, but I'm going to put on my running shoes. I'm not going to run, but I'm going to walk outside the house. Guess what? You did everything you needed to do to go on that run. Now there's nothing stopping you. You're already outside, you're already in your workout clothes, you already have a full water bottle, you have everything. The only thing you have to do is do it. But then because you're there already, you could be like, well, I'm already here, I might as well go on a run. Or another good tip is count down like a rocket ship. When you can't get out of bed, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. Or when you don't want to get out of the shower because the water is so nice and warm and hot, I have to do this one a lot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, turn it off. Don't just count down to count down and then not do it. You have to count down with the intention of getting up or getting out. I'll do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because that's not gonna do anything. Genuinely count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, turn it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. Get out of bed. Get out of bed. So those are some little hacks for anything, especially when you're trying to work on discipline. Like I said, no discipline. That's a new thing that I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to have discipline. I am trying to be okay with that and pushing myself because I enjoy too much pleasure. I enjoy too much of laying down and doing nothing, and that's not good. It's time to change your life. You are gonna be the only person that's gonna push yourself. You're gonna be the only person that's gonna be able to change your life, and you're just gonna keep making excuses. You expect to be at day 50 without even starting day 1. That's not how that works. Even though you really want it to work like that, it's not going to. You have to start somewhere, even if it's uncomfortable, even if you don't even know if it's gonna work or not. That's why I started this YouTube channel. I've had so much doubt with myself that I am too focused, again, on the outcome or the end goal and not the progress. I am gaining subscribers, which I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I love you. But because I was so focused on the outcome and the end goal, I haven't been really focusing or noticing that growth. I started at 0. I only started a couple weeks ago, but I know it's not a lot, but I think I'm at 20 right now, but I started at 0. That's 20 people listening to me talk. Yeah, that's something. And the same thing with my TikTok. I had 0 a couple months ago, and now I'm at 300 with almost 30K likes. That's insane. Again, it might not be a lot to a lot of people, but that's something to me, and that's something I'm also focusing on. That's growth. That's good. So don't focus too much on the end goal. This is for both of us, since this is a learning journey for both of us, and why I wanted to make this video. I mean, I love my videos that I've been making, but I really wanted to be vulnerable because that's another goal I have, is to be more vulnerable and open, but not just you guys, but everyone in my life. I keep a lot of things to myself. I should be more open to it because it's good to talk to people or say it out loud and actually accept it and not live in denial and run away from my problems. So that's definitely been something that I've been trying to work on. I'm starting on the dotting, so that's a little uneven. Okay, sorry, I had to lock in and dot these. I'm now realizing that this might be a little harder than I thought to do it on my right hand with my non-dominant hand, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, it is giving chocolate chip ice cream though. Kind of cute though. Okay, so because I don't remember what I was talking about because that was like 4 minutes ago, we're gonna talk about my next habit that I started, which We all fall victim to this. It's doom scrolling. What we all ignore, what we all don't want to face. We want to live through others. We don't want to live for ourselves anymore. We just want to rot away and not even exist anymore. We just want our brain to go quiet. At least that's what it was for me. It was an escape from everything around me. And I want to talk about my progress that I've made of that. I used to scroll on TikTok for 5 to 7 hours a day. Awful. Horrendous. First thing when I woke up, last thing when I went to bed. So that's a whole school day, almost. We should not be living our life like that. We should not be living our life on our screens, and that's so ironic of me to say since you're watching this on a screen right now. That's what I want to get into. I had an idea of doing a video that was 24 hours without my phone. I really thought about it, and I was like, I don't think I could do that. I would be miserable. I have a lot of streaks, my Duolingo streak that I could not lose. Like, what would benefit me from doing that? How would I benefit from that? I then was like, okay, maybe 24 hours without social media. And then I thought, what would also that be accomplishing? I already don't go on social media. The only reason why I go on social media is to text my friends. So then I thought, I'm already someone who doesn't really use social media. I only use Instagram. So to really be 24 hours without Instagram, that's not really giving anything. Then I thought, well, why did I want to make this video in the first place? And it was because I was getting into a part of my life that I was falling back into old habits, old ways, old identities. And it's so hard to create this new identity for yourself, and you're fighting it constantly because your old identity wants to come in and destroy the new one. It's an uncomfortable feeling because you're like, no, I know that my new version of myself wouldn't want me doing this, but my old version of myself wants to stop me because it doesn't want change. It doesn't want things to be different. I was like, okay, the issue isn't I'm mad at my phone. The issue isn't that I'm mad at social media. The issue is I am mad at the way I'm using it. I'm mad at me, but I want to blame something else. I wanted to blame my phone. I wanted to blame social media. I wanted to blame society on why this is, why things are the way that they are. I wanted to blame something else. And then I really sat there and thought about it. Really genuinely put so much thought into it and was like, none of those are the issue. It's me. I'm the issue. I'm the problem. When I came home from school, I was doing so well. I never scrolled on TikTok. I didn't scroll on Instagram. I was fine. But then more and more at the time that I got closer to me graduating school, I would come home exhausted, like full blown. I can't do anything. My mind is not working right now. I'm socially exhausted. I've worked on clients all day. I've interacted with too many people. I need to just not even exist. Like, existing is even too much for me right now. I would just end up scrolling my night away. From the moment that I got home at 4 p.m. to the moment I went to bed, I was scrolling. And then I would feel so guilty and bad and was like, why didn't I do anything productive? Why didn't I go work out? Why did I not read at least a chapter of my book? Why did I not do any of these things that I could have done to be productive? I could have done something better for my time, but I just couldn't do it. And so it was constantly that cycle of feeling guilty and feeling bad about myself, of why do I feel this way? And when you're scrolling through TikTok or scrolling through Instagram, so like I said, months ago, I quit TikTok. I quit scrolling. The only thing I do is post. I post on TikTok, I get off, because if I don't, I will fall back into that old habit. But TikTok, I would go in there to check a text from a friend, and then I would just do it out of habit, unconsciously, just a subconscious decision that I'd just go and click, and then I just keep scrolling and scrolling. And then I had a 2-hour limit. I'd get that limit and I just cancel it. I don't care. Go back. I just didn't care because in the moment, it was like I was fine. I was living, but I wasn't living. I was living through other people, vicariously through others. I was watching what they were doing, and your brain can't really differentiate that. So when you are watching this stuff, you are going through emotions like that. One video I would get would be I would be laughing, like laughing, crying, and the next one would be someone's dog dying, and then I'm actually crying because I'm like, I need to watch this 10 times or their dog is gonna die. That is not good. And then if that was the last TikTok I saw, then that's all I was thinking about. I was thinking about my dogs and blah, blah, blah. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to put any of your emotion into this at all. You shouldn't. Or when it got late at night before bed, I would start getting down the rabbit hole of sad TikToks. I wasn't even sad prior, but now I am sad because I was watching all these TikToks that were influencing my emotions. I was never truly thinking for myself. I was thinking of what others were telling me to think. It's so easy to get influenced by social media. So that's why I quit TikTok months ago. I did so good until I started graduating cosmetology school. It hit me again. I was doing it. But then instead of TikTok, it was Instagram, which arguably is worse because at least TikTok is a little bit more of a positive vibe. Instagram, they belittle you. They will bully you. They are awful there. Such a horrendous place. It was 2 hours of scrolling, 3 hours of scrolling, which is actually still bad. But then last week, it was insane. It was back to my 5 to 7 hours, and I just got mad at myself all over again. Why did I let myself go back into this old habit? A new habit I started was I went through my phone, and I can't delete social media. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's how I contact my friends who are in different countries. It's a big thing. And I don't watch stories. I don't go through posts anymore. I don't watch reels anymore. I am on Instagram 30 minutes max a day now. Just in the past week, my screen time, I've saved 30 hours of screen time by doing that. My screen time last week was at 51. My screen time this week, 21 hours. When I looked at my screen time, it was all social media. It was Pinterest, it was Instagram, it was the moments on TikTok that I would use to just post and get off. But this week, it has been 21 hours of all fitness, health, and productivity. Insane. Actually, I think my social was 2 hours. So I just want to say you can save so much time, but I went through the app store and I was trying to find apps that would help me. We have so many sources on our phone. We have so much we could do with our phones, and we choose to just destroy ourselves instead of creating something good. So I wanted to find apps that actually helped me with what I wanted to accomplish, what I wanted to do. I wanted to get off social media, but it wasn't helping me that I could just override the screen time on my phone. So I got an app blocker, and I collect gems when I actually follow through, and it blocks me. I completely cannot get in the app. I can't get it from 8:30 p.m. to 10 a.m. I also only have a max of, for Pinterest and Instagram together, an hour and 30 minutes, and I don't want to go over that. So I always stay under. I'm completely more productive on my phone. When I go on my phone, it's not to scroll on Instagram. It's not to do anything negative. It's literally just to better myself. I found this other app that helps me continue with my habits, check them off, and take care of a little penguin. I love that one. And I found another one that I take care of a little duck, and I do little exercises for my mood, for my emotions, things that I'm running away from, or things that I'm worrying about. If you guys want me to do a what's on my phone, I'd love to do one. So just let me know if you guys are interested in these apps. I'll do a what's on my phone, because I'm also getting a new phone Friday. So I kind of want to do a little unboxing and what's on my phone. But let me know. Let me know what you guys, if you guys are interested in that. But I also got, like I said, Atomic Habits. I didn't even know that he had his own app that also helps you with that. And it's not just changing your habits, it's changing your identity too. I will start blank the activity at a place and time to become a whatever person. It's not only just changing your habits, but it's changing your identity with it. When I am on my phone, it's all for being productive and not wasting away my life. But my screen time was 8 hours last week. My screen time has went down to 3 hours. But it's not on anything negative. It's all things that are teaching me, learning, education, things that I want to know, things that are bettering me. So don't blame your phone for your bad habit. It's you. Change that. Start right now. Day one. I hope after this video that you go and create these new habits that you've just been pushing to the side, or I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. You're not going to. Those are excuses. You want to change your life, start right now. Start today. No more excuses. Write down those habits. What can you do right now to change that? What can you do right now to change your life? Don't think about the outcome. Don't think about the goal. What can you do right now? In this current moment, what do you have control over? Other than fitness and habits that I've been trying to do, I have been scalp massaging my hair every day and brushing my hair with a bamboo brush 10 minutes a day. Both of those things. 5 to 10 minutes. My hair has grown so much. My hair used to be right here. My hair is like the middle of my back right now. I know it doesn't look like it because I have a really dark shirt on, but trust. I've also been oil pulling. I have been really focusing on my morning routine and my night routine, which you guys have seen in my Sunday reset. If you haven't, go watch it. Little plug. But you have to start somewhere. I used to not have a skincare routine at all. Up until like 2 years ago that I was like, no, this is getting an issue. I should have one. My skin was never bad though, and that's what my excuse was. Well, I have good skin, so why would I need to even do a skincare routine? But that's not the point. It's to protect your skin, to take care of your skin now so your future self can thank you. So if you are doing that excuse too of, well, why would I need to do that if I'm already in a good place right now? Don't fall for that trap. Another thing with the social media, because completely cold turkeyed it, didn't just slowly stop. I just stopped. Sometimes I get in those moments that I just want to scroll, that I'm like, oh my gosh, the only thing I want to do is just rot away in my bed and scroll. So what I've been doing is when I feel that urge, I give myself that rest to lay in my bed and not feel bad, but to read a book instead. To read a chapter of my book. Yeah, it's not scrolling, but it's not using too much of my brain power because I'm just reading and I'm comfortable. Replace that bad habit with one that you want to start. I used to read 10 pages a day, and I just thought, you know what? I should do a chapter a day just to be a little bit more productive. I'm already a reader, but I want to become more of a productive person. Again, out of sight, out of mind. If you have a book that is just collecting dust on your bookshelf or just in the corner of your room, you're not gonna pick it up and read it. So again, if you put it next to you, you're more likely to grab it because you're gonna read it. And I'm gonna go work on my other hand because I obviously cannot talk and do my nails at the same time. I thought I could. Every time I try to paint my non-dominant hand, it's so messy. Like, I don't even try. I'm like, nope, we're just like painting it on. I said that this channel was a digital diary for us to grow together, heal together. I hope you seeing me do some of these habits that I've noticed a change in my life, that it gets you a little bit more motivated to do yours. If you're feeling anything like me, I'm proud of you for wanting to change. I'm proud of you for accepting it is the first step. And you kind of have to lose all hope. You really have to be at rock bottom to change. Because when you're at that rock bottom, it makes you realize that you don't want to be here forever. It makes you want to do anything to get out of it. So when you get out of it, it's so much growth. It's so much progress. Sometimes you don't even notice that that's where you were 2 years ago. I was in such a miserable place. I was truly rotting away my life. I didn't want to exist. I was just scrolling. I need to figure out a skincare routine. I need to change my whole entire life. We always get really overwhelmed because we want to do so much at once. Start little. What's your top priority right now? And then choose that. And then get used to that. Get consistent. Track those habits. Start a streak, because when you start a streak, you don't want to break it. And it's okay to miss a day. It's okay. Just don't miss a second day. And it's okay to not constantly feel overly joyous and happy and productive all the time. You don't have to. Progress is up and down. It is not a parallel line. It's not straight. It's truly a lot to deal with, but it's always worth it in the end when you successfully do what you need to do. And don't run from your feelings. That's something that everyone does. Accept them. Don't run from them. And then if you think
everyone that manifests says that you need to have a high vibration, you have to be happy all the time.
No, that is another thing that I hate. That's not true. Any strong emotion you have, you can manifest. Any of your energy is strong enough to manifest. Don't let people tell you that you always have to have a smile on your face, you always have to be happy, but you're not actually happy. That's not gonna do nothing. But if you have a strong sense of anger and emotion, you can still manifest. I don't know who came up with that lie that you had to be happy all the time, because that is not true at all. Start today. This is your sign. This is your message. Go and start today. If there is something that you've been putting off, something that you've been making excuses for, something that you keep running from, even though you know you have to do it or you know that you should do it and you just don't have enough motivation, go do it. Get out of bed. Let's grow together. You're not alone. And leave a comment below of what habit you want to start. What habits that you've been meaning to start but haven't. Let's hype each other up. But like I said, in the past week, I've been just going through a lot of self-doubt and started doing this channel. And I felt so late to the game that I was like, wow, like, I just feel like I've been wasting away. And I feel like I started this channel too late, but it's not too late. Stop telling yourself those excuses, because it's just to stop you from where you want to go. You know what to do. You know yourself better than anybody. You know what to do. So go do it. Go do it. Don't let other people stop you from going to do what you want to do. Your dream life, whatever you want. I'm honestly debating just leaving this hand not polka dots because I feel like it's gonna be too hard. No, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it when it dries. Another habit that I've started that I really like is first thing when I wake up, I open my window, I go do my morning routine, I come back, make my bed just to air it out a little bit, just to add some fresh air into my room. Then I close the window. And then the first hour of me waking up, I go and take a 10-minute walk just around my house just so I can get some fresh air. And I understand not a lot of people can do that, and that's fine. But that's just something that I've decided to do because it's something that really helps me, gets me excited for the day. I see that I'm much more productive when I do that compared to if I make an excuse and not. I've also been stretching every night before bed just because I'm gonna go into a long slumber and I don't want my joints and my bones to be all like, and I should start actually stretching in the morning too since I'm waking up from that long slumber. That's just some ideas. But I wanted to get really into the habit of doing it at night before I implemented it in the morning as well. I've also been meditating before bed. When I go to bed, I have so many thoughts rolling in my head. I have so many things, just what am I gonna do tomorrow? What's the upcoming week? I need to plan for this, I need to do that, I need before bed. None of that matters. No worrying, we are meditating, we are just in tune with ourselves. We are just going to let it go, let it flow. We're living life. So I've noticed a big significant change meditating before bed. I noticed that I don't feel as worried when I wake up and I get to just relax. I've also been drinking a lot of water. I've had a water bottle next to me at all times because I'm gonna take a sip. When it's next to me, again, I'm gonna drink drink it. But if it's out of sight, out of mind, I'm not gonna drink it. So I've been drinking 3 of my water bottles a day, at least. So that's improvement. I also end my day with what's one win I had today. Just one win. Because you probably had so many. And then if you can't think of any, there's always something. That you got out of bed, that's a win. You brushed your teeth, that's a win. You showered, that's a win. You stepped outside. You read a couple pages of a book. You didn't doom scroll. You did something you've been putting off. You tidied up your room. You cleaned. Whatever. You took 3 deep breaths. There's always something. There's always a win. Just look for it. Another thing is I tell myself 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. There's always something to be grateful for. Don't forget it. Being in lack is so easy, but don't fall into that habit of being in lack. Genuinely, there's so much to be grateful for. Stop trying to play victim in your own life. It's not worth it. Start living for yourself, not living through others. Stop making excuses of why you shouldn't be living. I'm gonna add these polka dots and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have finished. Oh my god, I'm spinning in my chair. I have finished my nails. I think my light died, so we're just gonna do without. I have finished my nails. I think they're super cute. Surprisingly enough, I like my right hand more. I just like the brown with the minty color than the other way around. This is too chocolate chip for me. This is cute. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope it gave you some inspiration and some motivation. Go change your life. Start now, day 1. It all starts at day 1, not day 50. So, but if you want to get to day 50, you have to start at day 1. So go start. I hope this gave you motivation and inspiration and some things that I've been trying to do in my life. And hopefully you guys join me on my journey. In 6 months, when we see that 6 months of progress, you guys will be able to tell the difference. Because that's the goal, right? The goal is to change for the better, to be better. So let's get there together. Don't make me do this alone. Don't make me drink alone. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics. I hope you learned something today. And I hope you enjoyed me struggling, painting my nails, because I totally thought I could multitask and I couldn't. But thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little FaceTime call. I hope you guys join me next week. I post every Fridays. I hope you have a great day, great night. Follow my social medias, like and subscribe. Bye, love bugs.